Which of the following statement is not correct? First statement is neoclassical economists propose that economic agents will form rational expectations. That is correct. A central tenet of neoclassical economics is the rational expectation hypothesis, which states that economic agents like the firms, workers, and consumers will use all the available and relevant information to form their expectations about future. They do not make systematic or recurring errors when predicting future economic variables. So first option is correct. So this is correct. Now second option is the view of new classical is that systematic monetary and fiscal policy action that change aggregate demand will not affect output and employment even in the short run. Now, this statement accurately, reflects the policy ineffectiveness proposition within new classical economics. The theory suggests that if policy change is anticipated by the rational agents, by the people, they will adjust their behavior immediately to offset the policy's intended effects. For example, let us suppose the central bank announces that it will increase the money supply. Okay. Now what will happen? Workers and firms will anticipate higher inflation. Okay. If central bank increases the money supply, workers and firms will anticipate higher inflation and adjust their wages and prices accordingly. So the result is only a change in the price level with no change in the real output or employment. So this statement, first statement is correct, second is correct. Let us see the third statement. When the increase in the money supply is unanticipated, the new classical model indicates that output and employment will be affected in the short run. This is also correct. Why? An unexpected monetary shock will cause economic agents to misperceive the changes in the overall price level, leading them to adjust their what we call the output and labor supply. That is to say, because they do not have full information in the short run effect is an increase in output and employment. However, once people or agents realize the true nature of the change, the economy will return to its natural long run equilibrium. Okay, so this is also correct. So anticipated policy changes will be, will not change the employment and output, but unanticipated changes will affect the employment output in the short run, but in the long run we will go back to the long run equilibrium. Now D option is new classical economists policy conclusions are strongly interventionist, unlike those of the classical economists. No, both new classical and classical economists propose government should have a minimum intervention in the economic decisions. Okay, so there should be minimal government intervention. So I guess the incorrect statement should be D option here.